So, fourth installment on this attempting to get to the sailor dress that is my pattern here. And so we've got a few things that I've updated about this mock-up. I put in a pocket, which was kind of a last minute addition. When I make my actual garment, I'm pretty sure I want to make sure to focus on including that from the beginning, because I had to kind of flim-flam it in here, and I inserted it here, and I need to finish the rest of these seams down here. This, I have worn it a few times, and this hem is definitely fraying, and it's looking, obviously not very finished, but I did like the way it turned out. I'm going to have to, in order to turn it up, it's going to take too much. It's going to be too short for something that I would want to wear out in public, so I'm thinking I'll just put a ruffle on it, which is going to make it longer. And so I think when I make my actual sailor dress, I'm going to make this portion of it maybe like this much shorter, and then go with a nice full ruffle. So I like, if you're going to do a ruffle, to me, it should be a nice fluffy ruffle that is fullish. And so I'm not going to cut this down. I'm not going to waste the fabric, but I'll just make a smallish ruffle. But when I go to do my final garment, I'm definitely thinking that that's a change I'm going to make. I have put in the ties. The ties worked okay. I made them a little too thick. I put too much stuffing in there, like I was talking about being like a batting type of a situation, or like a stiffening. I put too much, so now it's a little hard for it to be tied. So sometimes I have to ask for help for tying. But other than that, it works. I found another few things that I didn't like was that, see these wrinkles which are happening right here, because, and this is one of the reasons why I actually like to wear a garment before I finish it, because I find all these little things that I need to tweak, which if I'd have just finished out this arm side, it would be very difficult to come back in and fix this. So as it is, I have cut and trimmed away quite a bit here, so that the front, my philosophy when we're designing a garment or fitting a garment to a body, that if there is a wrinkle of this description and this degree, that means that there's too much fabric there and it should be removed. Unless there's a reason why it can't be removed from the design, it should be removed. And then another thing is that this curve is not curved enough for me, and so I have added I took it in some more because I wanted just some more curve on that. So I've come over here, I cut that away, and then I mark it on the pattern right here. And so this is how much more arm side room I want in the front, and then that's how much curve I want to put back into this, because I did take a lot of the curve out as I was downsizing. So that's the thing. So I'm constantly fiddling with these patterns. At some point in time in the future, I do hope that I have a pattern that I can just take out of its sleeve, out of the box, lay it on fabric, cut it, sew it, and it fits perfectly. That's my ideal, and so that's what I'm always trying to get to. Obviously, we are not there yet. But this is going to help a lot. It's going to make a big difference. And when I wore it before I finished the front, so it ended up to fix it, to finish off the neckline. I took the selvage, like I'd shown you earlier. It had this, this Elizabeth in it. And I kind of didn't want to lose that completely, so one of the ways I thought of to preserve that was to use it as the interfacing for the neckline. And so when you get the, and I'll probably try to show the more finished dress on me in a minute, but that's what it looks like from the front. It looks perfectly nice. None of this, you can use another fabric for the lining and the interfacing, etc. But I kind of like using the same fabric because it doesn't tend to show through. If you use another fabric, you have to be careful about not having too much dark, which will come through. Where this, when you use the same fabric, it just always looks pretty smooth. And in this case, like that selvage is strong. That's the strongest weave anywhere on your fabric piece. So by using it on a straight line anyway, it doesn't have to curve here. It can just be totally straight. That is the strongest that is possible to have happen. So I'm pretty happy with how this is all coming together. I love how it fits so far. I love the elements that I've got going on, and I definitely am encouraged when I get into my fancy fabric that I have been trying to get toward. Definitely is gonna I'm gonna enjoy that. Now, as you can see, already this thing has garnered at least one little dirty spot, and that is the problem with this sort of light white backgrounds. You do have to wash it, which means I gotta finish it, because I can't run this thing through the laundry right now because it'll fray away to nothing. I mean, it's barely had much introduction friction, and boom, it's already pretty frayed. So we gotta finish it. We gotta finish all these seams, and then we have to we gotta send it to the laundry. Alrighty, so that's the update. This is our modified pattern that we will be using probably when we get to our actual fabric, and that's as much as we have right now.